The Steelheads swim into Canada Life Place to take on the Knights. Steelheads forward Luke Misa had a hat trick last time he played in London. Landon Sim leads the Knights in goals with 24. Brampton. London. Next.
TV. I am your host, Sophie Bernier. Tonight, the London Knights and the Brampton Steelheads will go head-to-head right here at Canada Life Place. The Knights kick off a tough 3-3 stretch this evening, although they're coming in hot after a huge win on Family Day against the Flint Firebirds. And they're coming in riding a 5-game winning streak, scoring an impressive 27 goals and allowing just 12 over that span. London's come in looking for revenge against the Steelheads, who beat them earlier this season by a score of 6-3. Get ready, folks, because it's going to be a very exciting game tonight. I'd like to now welcome in Rick Doyle to the warm-up. Rick, who's in net for the Steelheads tonight?
Well, a trade for some veteran presence and insurance in the crease for the Steelheads. Now, Braden Gillespie, a 19-year-old veteran who has started 102 OHL games, was dealt from Guelph on January 1st. He has a .500 record in his OHL starts. Now, the Oakville, Ontario native has started 7 games for the Steelheads, posting a 5-2 record with a .904 save percentage and a .267 goals against. Now, Gillespie has started the past 3 games in Brampton, winning all 3 in impressive style, allowing just 4 goals on 80 opposition shots for a .950 save percentage. Now, Jack Ivankovic has been highly touted since Brampton picked him 7th overall during the 2023 priority selection. Now, Steelheads management was so confident in Ivankovic that they traded last year's 18-year-old starter Ryerson Leenders. Now, the Mississauga, Ontario native is the 5th-rated North American goaltender on the NHL Central Scouting Service's midterm rankings, a potential 2nd or 3rd round pick in June. Now, since January 1st, Ivankovic's record has been 6-6 with an .898 save percentage. Gillespie has recorded a 5-2 record with a .904 save percentage. Now, Brampton was touted to challenge for an Eastern Conference championship this year. That has been a struggle, and that's why Gillespie lands in Brampton. Now, Braden Gillespie has won 3 in a row. Mississauga is riding the hot hand of Gillespie tonight.
Porter Martone has just broken 2 franchise records.
Well, the 4th-rated skater as far as the North American Central Scouting Services is concerned. Now, Porter Martone recorded 19 goals and 35 points as a rookie. As a sophomore, that improved to 33 goals and 71 points. In just 45 games this year, Martone has 28 goals and 84 points, sitting 6th in the OHL scoring race. Now, the Peterborough, Ontario native now holds the single-season points record in a Steelhead franchise history. Now, Martone steps into Canada Life Place tonight with 6 goals and 21 points in his past 10 games. Now, Brampton's fortunes have turned in that 10-game stretch with 7 wins, trailing Niagara now by just a single point for the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference.
Let's talk about Misa and Raycroft.
Well, the Steelheads lineup is potted with gifted goal scorers. Now, Luke Misa is a 19-year-old 5th-round pick of the Calgary Flames during last year's NHL entry draft. Now, the Oakville, Ontario native has scored 25 of his 32 goals this year at even strength. In fact, 59 of his 73 points have been recorded at even strength. Clearly, he's a tough matchup for the opposition. The Knights will have their hands full with him tonight. And Carson Raycroft leads the Steelheads by 34 goals, 8 of them recorded on the power play. Raycroft came over to the Steelheads from the Kitchener Rangers in the offseason. Now, the Vaughan, Ontario native, one of 2 OHL skaters to score 50-plus goals last year with 52. He was a second-round pick of the Seattle Kraken in 2023. The Kraken have signed him to an entry-level contract. Misa skated in main camp with Calgary, but is not signed at this point. He has an overage year of junior eligibility remaining.
Tell us about Finn Harding.
Well, one of the top 5 scoring defensemen in the league is in the lineup for the Steelheads. Now, Finn Harding never really put up big numbers at this level until this year. His previous career high point total was 34 points, recorded last year as a 19-year-old. Now, that caught the eye of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who picked him up in the 7th round of the draft after being waived through his first year of eligibility. Now, the Toronto native skated in main camp with the Penguins this past September. He has come alive on the score sheet in the past 7 games with 2 goals and 14 points in that stretch. Now, Harding has an overage year of junior eligibility remaining, just like Misa.
Who's in net for the Knights tonight?
Well, different tracks, but the same dream for both goaltenders in a London uniform so far this season. As Austin Elliott came to London as an overage goaltender with the dream of pursuing a pro career either through the minor pro system or the Canadian university system. Now, with the NCAA rule change, he will get to play for another 4 years in a league that gets scouted as much as the OHL while receiving an education. Now, Elliott is a prime example of the benefit the NCAA rule change has for players remaining undrafted to show promise. Now, Alexei Medvedev came to Canada to play minor hockey as a 15-year-old in Vaughan, Ontario. He caught the eye of the London Knights, who picked him up in the 2nd round in 2023. Now, he plays Junior B in St. Thomas as a 16-year-old before graduating to the Knights this year. Now, that steady progression with solid play at each level, combined with a 6'3" frame, has him rated as the 2nd goaltender on the NHL midterm rankings. A high draft pick in June with 3 years of junior eligibility remaining. Now, different tracks for the Knights tandem, but the end goal is to play in the National Hockey League. That's the same for both. Now, the dream will be enhanced for both with a long, long playoff run. Now, Alexei Medvedev, the highest-rated OHL goaltender in the Ontario Hockey League, gets the start here tonight at Canada Life Place.
London Knights captain Denver Barky has been playing phenomenal.
Well, the 53rd captain in franchise history has been leading by example. Now, Denver Barky is setting franchise records along the way. 2 shorthanded goals last Sunday, the first 20 seconds into the 3rd period, tied the hockey game at 1 apiece. That led to a 4-goal 3rd period, his 2nd goal into an empty net, his 13th career shorthanded goal, which broke the record held by Liam Foudy. Now, the Philadelphia Flyer prospect was sidelined with mono to start the season, got his game back on track at the end of October, carried big offensive numbers while the World Juniors was played. Now, he leads the team offensively with 32 of his 70 points recorded on schemes. He had brilliant in the captain's role for the London Knights.
Julian Halton bringing offense.
Big end at times and time to work in the game. Now, Jacob Ewing really until the training program to win September. Now, he played 16 games since he did in 14 games in 16 stretch. Carroll never really London, but was competing in that games. In 13 of those games, 1 point total. Now, giving him 10 goals on the season. He deserves credit for allowing him to crack. Now, patience. He's on a 20-point streak. He's on a 9-game leader.
winding down and the innings are tight.
Well, let's have a close look at top of the Western innings. Now, London Win and Kitchener all have a shot at the #1 seed. Let's look at it. London wins 9 of their 16 remains. It would force to win all 12 of the remaining games to win the mid-division for shot for week. Included in Kitchener 12, it must win home and home with London. Now, Spinners may be the team to push London harder from seed. The Knights would need to win 11 of their 16 dash Windsor hope of a 1 seed. Kitchener Spits have a must-win home and home with the Knights. Now, the target point in their 13 remaining games to 20. And there's second run is jump too far ahead here. The season remains for Kitchener Hockey's point.
Dale is close to 1,000.
Well, the similarities between Brian Kelly and Dale Brian Kelly had a career and it wasn't 100 all with 122 to London. Now, Hill Ray chips. Hunter's won 4 and wins 5th this year. Ray left with the New York Islanders. Hunter left to become the head coach Washington. Kilray was here 4 times. Hunter's been coach here 8 times. Kilray was Memorial winner 84 and 99. Hunter was a Memorial winner in 2005 and 2016. Hunter is poised to become the second in the history of the league for his career. Now, Hunter has averaged 24 wins in his coaching career. To surpass Kilray, another 4.5 seasons. If he chooses to do so, and if he chooses to is moving that's been set by Kilray. Now, Bill's career is an induction in the field of the builder. Hunter's resume is simple. Be the call for the hockey game for Taylor.
Thank you. We'll be more of the warm-up after that.
Bidev on the play. That's very close to becoming a 3-0 score. Just 1 second left in the penalty to Landon Sim with the face-off deep in Brampton zone.
Bach will clear it in, so Bolton back out. He was serving the penalty for Landon Sim, so we're back to 5-on-5. Carry back to the blue line. Bach, front of the net, tip just wide. And it's played over to the wing. And look at Woolley leaning into Sherratt. Then Bolton leans into his man. Played in behind the net. Round the boards. Bolton with the puck. Sends it out. Sherratt takes a bump at him. Dimmiger sends it in deep. Round the boards again. Bolton having difficulty clearing the zone. Kowski in there. Woolley hard off the glass. And Shelf and played back down to Dimmiger. Shot in deep. Woolley with the puck. Takes a swipe at it. Skated it. And covers and behind the net. And a lead pass. Trying to find Denver Barky. Picked off by the veteran. Escobar. Round the boards again. Then Baumel. Deep in his own territory. Approaching the 5-minute mark remaining here in the first period. A 2-0 score. Shoveled aside by Gillespie. Harding being pressured there. Jesse Nerney picked his pocket. Shipped to the line, not out. Capped in by Montgomery with that long reach. Here's a quick shot fired wide of the mark. Van Bommel in on the hunt off that top post. Sent around the boards hard again. Bemis with the puck. Knocks his man down. There's a chance in front of the net. Montgomery with it. Centering pass. Quick shot. Just fired wide of the mark. And we got some more pushing and shoving. 2-0. Winding down the first period here at Canada Life Place.
My OHL is a place where men respect women. We do training around healthy masculinity, consent, and how to be a leader in ending gender-based violence. Creating that awareness and that safe space for players is really important, and just being able to help foster growth in understanding their role in gender-based violence is huge.
Experience the excitement of London Nationals hockey. Fast, exciting, and affordable. Be part of the crowd as the Nationals take the ice. Don't miss out on the action.
It takes it through. Inside out, scores!
Face off deep in Brampton territory. Everybody up and in tight. London pushed ahead by Julian. The refs didn't like it. Julian pushing and shoving with this Connor Smith. So they'll do it all over again. 4:54 remaining here in the first period. 9 shots apiece. Power play goal by Martone. And Surratt with his 12th. Brampton with a 2-0 lead. Set to the corner. Van Gore pinned up against the boards by Van Richter. Then around the boards and in behind the net. Cowan's going to keep that in. Smith takes a run at him. Martone tabbed back, and Brampton will have a chance to set up shop deep in their own territory. Break off. Slowly out of his own territory. McDonnell will just send it in. It goes out of play, and the face-off will be outside the Brampton blue line.
Well, Henry Brestevich, the 19th rated skater on the North American list as far as midterm rankings go, has 9 goals and 34 points on the season, adding some offense from the back end this year. He started that in the Oshawa series last year.
Oh, he certainly did that big goal. I believe it was double or triple overtime. And Bruce Devage sends the Knights with 3 games up in the Ontario Hockey League final last spring. 2-0 here, Brampton up on the Knights. On this contest, out through the center ice. Witkowski sends it in deep. Woolley hammered around the boards. Holton lost control. Picked up by Sherratt. Woolley knocks him down. Woolley and Sherratt got something going here in this first period. Pinned up against the boards again. Will Nickel with the puck. Back out through the center ice. Waits. Leaves it there for Oliver Bonk. And across the line. Bonk trying to find Will Nickel in front of that net. He was lurking just around the hash mark. Here's a chance for Montgomery. Can he go upstairs? He tried to go wide in behind the net. Now a centering pass out front. Hits a stick and out. Holtman leans into his man. Played back to the blue line. Bemis booted up on the blade by Nickel. Dish off to Montgomery. Montgomery fades off the checking. Up top again. Oh, and Bemis has to come out. Rolled off the tip of his stick and went inside of 3. London making changes. Montgomery stays out there, though. Up on the play is Jesse Nerney. He'll go hard in behind the net. Smith has the puck off the boards, and it eludes the D. And it's shuttled down in the London ice. Bemis. Benson He's a former Mississauga Steelhead, now Brampton. Here's O'Reilly, back out through the center ice and across the line. Quick shot, Denver Barky's in there as well. Escobar backhands it around the boards, and he'll chip it off the glass and back out and into London ice. Spencer clears the zone. Barky floats it to O'Reilly. Bouncing puck. O'Reilly, good checker. He'll go hard to the corner. Silent pass out front for Denver. Barky hits a stick, and it's ushered up on the wing. Play to Rakoff. And across the line. Here's a chance for the Brampton Steelhead again. But the fine defenseman and Dickinson. Chance here for London. Denver Barky.
Well, Sam Dickinson starts this play, and look who's up with him, Bristevich, the other defenseman. Bristevich gets it over to Barky, and Barky takes the goaltender and the defense with him and leaves a wide open cage for Sam Dickinson, who deposits his 21st into the empty cage. And with 1:49 remaining here in period number 1, the London Knights crawl back into this game. It's a 2-1 score.
So we just talked about Bristevich being part of the offense. Him and Dickinson connecting, and Denver Barky with those silky hands makes the great pass and found Dickinson back door and deposited the puck right in the middle of the net. Back here, Sherrod, 2-1, 1 minute 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. Dumped to the corner, shoveled around the boards. G plays it in behind the net. Cowan has the puck. He'll look for Julian. Julian trying to get in behind the D. Now Easton Cowan will start out. London looking to tie this hockey game. There's a shot. There's Bruce Davidge got him there. And he might have found a bit of Gillespie. And is sent right back down in the London ice. Lead pass up on the wing for Van Gorp. Touched up in deep. Connor Smith has the puck. Played to the line. Not out. Bomb gets it. Hits a shin pass. Van Gorp waits for Nickel to be onside. And Willie tracks it down. 40 seconds. Giveaway though. Chance. Nickel. Broken up. Can he clear the zone? And it's on the stick of Montgomery with some speed. In across the line, Easton Cowan waiting, looking for a man. Here's Woolley shooting, and he just shanked it wide by Whisker. Played in behind the net again. Touched up, Cowan taking a run at his man. Montgomery upstairs, and he wires that one high and wide. And it's rinsed all the way back down into London ice. 9 seconds remaining. Knight waking up here. Here's Baum at center ice. They'll get it to the blue line. Holtman always going to get one there. And Martone is going down pretty easy.
Well, Holden will get a 2-minute penalty here for the slash at least, but Martone hurting as he threw the gloves off immediately. Training staff's not attending to him at this point.
1-0 after 1 here in downtown London. Stay tuned for Sophie and the first intermission.
At Sumner Jewelers, we have been serving London and area since 1902. We specialize in custom jewelry designs and invite you to bring us your ideas. Trusted for over 120 years at 392 Richmond Street, between King and Dundas.
Celebrating 25 years in London, Duramed Mobility has been your trusted source for home healthcare equipment and mobility products. Whether it be purchases, rentals, or repairs, Duramed Mobility is here for you.
Ever wonder what all these hockey fans have in common? They all drive Nissans from Finch Nissan. Do what they did. Score a great deal at Finch Nissan.
Businesses trust Oil Guard.
We've been using Oil Guard for decades as part of our preventative maintenance program. It helps keep our fleet looking new and has also helped with our resale value.
Oil Guard knows how to help duck the rust. At IDS, we have the tools your business needs to be successful, from production printing, digital signage and content management, and full IT services. IDS allows our clients to focus on what they do best.
Coulter's Pharmacy is the new home of London Healthcare and Ostomy Center. Our expert team provides products and advice from ostomy, wound care, compression garments, and so much more. At Coulter's Pharmacy, get the customized care that is right for you.
Mondays.
Grant is genuinely seeking a wife and a mother for his kids.
I've been alone for a long time. I'm excited to get engaged. I'm excited to be with my person. It's almost like this is too good to be true.
You did me dirty. I heard some things you said to someone.
That's a lie. I know for a fact that I didn't say that. One of these women was being deceitful.
The Bachelor, all new, Mondays 8, 7 Central on City TV.
Do you love watching Knights Nationals hockey on Rogers TV? We are recruiting dedicated volunteers to join our production crew. Apply online at rogerstv.com/volunteer. Welcome back. I'm joined with Brampton Steelheads captain, Porter Martone. Porter, you recorded the icebreaker tonight. Can you take us through that play?
Yeah, we're on the power play there. I got a nice pass down low, and, I tried to go back door there, and I saw the goalie was cheating a little bit, so I decided to put a short side, and it was a good start for our team.
How important is that quick start against this Knights team?
Yeah, it definitely is. When you come in this building, they want to get a lead, and they want to kind of protect it, and, they want to come out strong. So to get that goal there was huge for us, and, just that second one too, and then, they got one back, so we just got to get back to our game here.
Porter, I'd like to congratulate you. You've set franchise records, most assists and points in a season. What does that achievement mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's kind of cool to go down the record books, but, I give lots of credit to my teammates and organization. It doesn't happen without them. So, it was pretty cool on Wednesday night, but yeah, it doesn't go without my teammates.
You've had an incredible journey in junior hockey so far. How do you think your game's evolved in the last season and a half?
Yeah, I think I just got bigger. I got faster, and I've got more confident. I like to play my game, and when I'm doing that, I think I'm a hard player to stop. So, just coming as a 16-year-old, you kind of gain confidence throughout your 3 years, and it's been good so far.
You've previously mentioned how close you feel to your teammates in Brampton. What makes this group so special?
Yeah, we have a really strong group. We're really close. We all have one common goal, and that's to win a championship. So, we're just going to keep on fighting with each other each and every day.
Braden Gillespie has recently been required. He's won his last 3 starts. He's been a key factor in your team's 3-game winning streak. How much confidence does your group have in him?
Yeah, we have confidence in him and in our other goalie too. We have a good, strong tandem there. So, when either goalie's in, we have confidence in both of them. So, with Jack Ivankovic, we trust him, and Braden too. So, it's nice to have 2 good goalies.
You're up after 20 minutes. What did you like about that first period?
I thought we came out strong. We really stuck to our game plan, and we just got to continue to keep on doing that.
Thanks so much, and good luck the rest of this game.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We'll be right back with some more Hully Gully Yamaha London Knights hockey here on Rogers TV after this.
Progressive Countertop can turn any kitchen into a dream kitchen with premier brands like Handstone Quartz, proudly manufactured in London. With expert design services and professional installation, you can dream big at Progressive Countertop in London and Strathroy.
None of us are immune to financial difficulty.
We've been helping Canadians become debt-free for over 50 years.
Together, we'll find the right debt solution
and get you back on your feet.
Call us on the phone and see us on the net. 310-NET.
At GWB Heating and Cooling, customer comfort is their commitment. Their licensed technicians cover all home heating and cooling needs. From inspections to repairs and installation, customers trust the professionals at GWB, where quality service meets peace of mind.
Van Brie Enterprises has helped shape communities across southwestern Ontario since 1966. Trusted to provide construction site preparation and integration services, Van Brie is laying the groundwork to make life easier.
Hey London, did you know it's the law to have working smoke alarms?
That's right, working smoke alarms save lives. Get in on the action and test yours today.
And be sure to stay in touch with us by following us on social media.
When clients want high-quality flooring that adds style to any space, Great Floors recommends Beckham Brothers. A Canadian company, Beckham Brothers creates stunning floors. Quality meets style with Beckham Brothers. Available at Great Floors. Coulter's has been the family pharmacy London has trusted for over 50 years. From personalized medication advice, vaccinations, and pharmacists qualified to assess health issues. At Coulter's Pharmacy, get the customized care that is right for you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Maloney. I am the host of What's Up London, where we talk to amazing people in the London community who are doing so many incredible things. Watch What's Up London only on Rogers TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations with London's major teams, including the London Knights, of course, and the athletes competing near and far that are making our city proud. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. I'd like to welcome back in Rick and Greg. Gentlemen, let's talk about that first period.
Well, you got to like the Brampton Steelheads coming out strong. Power play goal, even strength goal. London coming back, getting one late in the period. Rick, let's take a look at that period summary brought to you by Van Bree Enterprises.
Well, Porter Martone got things started off early as Bonk takes away the bottom of the net on this play right here. But Medvedev gets caught leaning on the play, and Martone makes no mistake as he goes upstairs to record his 29th of the season and give the Steelheads a 1-0 lead. And then it's Sherratt going in on a breakaway, backhand, forehand, backhand upstairs on Medvedev. And then Dickinson leads the London Knights out on a rush here. Restevich, his defense partner, is with him. Look at Barky with the hands on that. He gets it back to Dickinson, wide open cage, to record his 21st of the campaign. That with less than 3 minutes left in the period. That gets the London Knights back into the game. It's a 2-1 hockey game after one period. Neither team has recorded a goal on the power play. And in the faceoff dot, the London Knights have controlled the faceoff dot, winning 61% of the draws. Shots on goal, 9 for the Steelheads, 12 for the London Knights.
Braden Gillespie got traded from Guelph on to the Brampton Steelheads right near the deadline. All of a sudden, the Brampton Steelheads have two really good goaltenders, just like the London Knights. Jack Avankovic, the other one. Let's take a look at Gillespie's game so far, Rick.
Well, Braden Gillespie, a 19-year-old who's played his entire OHL career in Guelph. You can see the pads, the Guelph pads. He does have the Mississauga helmet on now, but Gillespie, 102 OHL games to his credit, and he's about a 500 goaltender through that stretch. He's got a .904 save percentage since joining the the Brampton Steelheads, and he's won his last 3 games. He's got a 5-2 record with the Steelheads.
You mentioned Medvedev in that tonight. Got caught leaning in that first goal by Porter Martone. Thought he had a solid period, though, overall, Rick.
Well, Medvedev did get out of sorts early in that period, but he brought it back late in the period. He's the number 2 rated goaltender as far as NHL Central scouting is concerned. That save right there on Harding and the one on Sova as he comes through traffic on that play was outstanding, and that seemed to settle things down in the back end for the London Knights.
Well, I would be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about last night's big hockey game, Canada beating the USA. You know something? Let's talk about, and I talked about this in the warm-up, Rick, about the Canadian Hockey League and their development. There was, 30 players in that tournament, the Four Nations tournament. Even last night, there was 11 ex-OHL players, 8 on Canada and 3 on the U.S.
Well, it was a great tournament. I had no intention of watching that tournament. I felt that it was going to be kind of an all-star game, if you will, with no intensity whatsoever. The first game that I watched was the Canada-USA game the first time they played. That changed my attitude towards that tournament. The first 9 seconds certainly got everybody out of their seat, and I knew that the guys were playing for keeps at that point. But Canada comes through once again in overtime. The U.S., in my opinion, held the advantage in overtime. They took a little bit of momentum away from Canada. However, Connor McDavid on a pass from Mitch Marner, the former London Knight, wins it in overtime for Canada.
Yeah, and Bennington was outstanding. You got to remember, we talked about it just before the hockey game tonight, how he beat this same Mississauga Steelheads team back in 2011. He was playing for the Owen Sound Attack.
Well, that's interesting because Mississauga at that point, the Steelheads were hosting the Memorial Cup that year, and the Owen Sound Attack won the OHL championship, and as the host, The Mississauga Steelheads at that time went into the tournament exactly as hosts.
Okay, let's get back to this hockey game. Hot start for the Brampton Steelheads. They've won 3 in a row. London's won 5 in a row. Thought London's game was a little better in the last 5 minutes, right?
Well, London started to take some momentum away in that last 5 minutes, and certainly that showed on the shot clock. I think a big turning point in that period was the fact that the London Knights escaped that 5-minute penalty that Landon Sim took for the check to the head. His weekend could be done. That's suspendable.
Okay, Sophie, back down to you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be right back with some more Hully Gully Yamaha London Knights hockey here on Rogers TV after this.
The only thing certain in life is change. We're here for you and your family when the unexpected happens.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
At Sumner Jewelers, we have been serving London and area since 1902. Specializing in natural and lab-grown diamonds, we invite you to share your ideas with us, and we will help bring them to life. On-street parking available at 392 Richmond Street, between King and Dundas.
Coulter's has been the family pharmacy London has trusted for over 50 years. From personalized medication advice, vaccinations, and pharmacists qualified to assess health issues. At Coulter's Pharmacy, get the customized care that is right for you. In The Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Join the high-energy bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder, Mondays at noon.
Following the Knights games at 10 p.m., you can check out Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling is bringing back the golden age of pro wrestling. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling features some of the best up-and-coming talent from around Ontario. Watch how wrestling used to be in this family-friendly presentation. That's Hammerlock Wrestling every Friday night at 10 p.m. Let's take a look now at the Save of the Period, brought to you by MNP. If your debt is out of control, you're not alone. It is London Knights netminder Alexei Medvedev with a huge glove save. Now, for the first period scoring summary, brought to you by Finch Nissan, Porter Martone recorded the icebreaker tonight on the power play to give the Steelheads a 1-0 lead. And then Gabriel Sherratt doubled the lead. And then Sam Dickinson gets the Knights on the board late in that first period. The Knights outshot the Steelheads 12-9. It's 2-1 Brampton heading into the second period. Tune into the next broadcast on Sunday, February 23rd. The London Knights will host the Kitchener Rangers here at Canada Life Place. Puck drop is set for just after 6 p.m. We'll be right back with the second period next.
Celebrating 25 years in London, Duramed Mobility has been your trusted source for home healthcare equipment and mobility products. Whether it be purchases, rentals, or repairs, Duramed Mobility is here for you.
Ever wonder what all these hockey fans have in common? They all drive Nissans from Finch Nissan. Do what they did. Score a great deal at Finch Nissan.
Businesses across Ontario trust Oil Guard for proven rust protection.
Hi, I'm Rob from Wild Things. Every year I bring my trucks to Oil Guard because I think that rust is just another pest.
Oil Guard can help duck the rust. At IDS, we have the tools your business needs to be successful, from office printing to communications and full IT services. IDS allows our clients to focus on what they do best.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a hold on one at 1-5.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Okay, back here at Canada Life Place, getting set for the second period. Rick, let's take a look at the shots on goal in that first period. Brought to you by GWB Heating and Cooling.
Well, the Knights outshoot the Steelheads in period number 1, but the Steelheads outscore the Knights in that period, and they take a 2-1 lead into period number 2 here at Canada Life Place.
Well, we got some beautiful young children here, Rick, big London Knights fans, and are joining us tonight looking to enjoy a London night to win, but they still are down by a goal. I thought the Brampton Steelheads started out really quick this hockey game.
Well, Andrew and Olivia all regaled here in the London Knights gear, and certainly there's a lot of kids in the stands at all these games, 9,000 plus here at Canada Life Place, and we're happy to have Andrew and Olivia join us here. But a quick start by the Steelheads has them out in front 2-1.
The London Knights on a 5-game winning streak, and the the Brampton Steelheads are a 3-game winning streak. Both these hockey clubs, Rick, we talked about it off the hop of the show, are supposed to be right at the top of the respective conferences.
Well, the Steelheads on a bit of a run here, and they've beat a very good hockey club in Oshawa on Wednesday night. And certainly they're just 1 point now out of the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference as they're trying to track down the Niagara Ice Dogs. For the London Knights, they've been running out in front all season long, but they can't shake the Kitchener Rangers or the Windsor Spitfires. It's going to go right down to the wire once again.
You talked about the Oshawa Generals. Not only did the Brampton Steelheads beat the Oshawa Generals once, they beat them twice in the past 3 games, and they handed the Niagara Ice Dogs an 6-0 lead. So they're putting the puck in the net. We've seen the great hands of Porter Martone off the hop here in the power play, putting it upstairs past Medvedev on the power play.
Well, Martone with his 29th of the season. And he had the Steelheads out in front 1-0 early in this hockey game. The Knights rebound late in that period. They made it a hockey game. It's 2-1 heading into period number 2.
So Haltonen took the slashing call. Porter Martone does not look any worse for the wear. He's out there on the first unit. Looked okay on the interview as well. So it's a deuce rather going up on the clock for Haltonen on that slash. And Brampton back on the power play. They'll lead it out through the center ice and across the line, swept around the base of the boards. London will have a chance to clear the zone, and it's pop free down the length of the ice.
20 minutes of the first period.
One power play goal for the Steelheads. Courtesy of that man right there, Martone, in behind the net, swept to the corner. McDonnell, nobody home for Brampton there, and Harding has to pick it up. And it's 17 remaining in Brampton's power play. Set around the base of the boards again. McDonnell's near side. Harding can't keep it in. Cowan, he'll have a beat on it as he races down the ice. Pair of sevens there. Rakoff starting out deep in his own territory. Missed the pass to McDonnell. Rakoff swallows that one up. Now 2-on-1 developing. Return feed in front of the net. Dickinson back into the play to cut that one and stem it off. And the bouncing puck along the near side. McDonnell with the puck. Plays it off the coast, down low, looking for the return feed. Tried to jam it home in front of the net. Visa is in there as well. And covered up nicely by Medvedev.
Well, Misa hugs that post, and this is the penalty at the tail end of the period. A two-hand hack across the hands of Martone. And Haltonen has 33 seconds remaining in that penalty. This is the third opportunity on the power play for the Steelheads. They've been 1 for 2 so far.
So the face-off deep in London territory. Mississauga, rather Brampton will when they draw down low. Ben Volson off the coast again. High slot area. Shot just wide of the mark. Sent over to the far side. Then Richter back to the blue line once again. 16 seconds remaining on the minor to Haltonen. Quick shot. Medvedev through traffic. He'll make that save. Kept in by the Steelheads again and shot wide of the mark. Barky takes his man out and it's played to the corner. Centering pass to no avail. Haltonen out of the penalty box. Here's a chance for Sam O'Reilly. O'Reilly in front of the net was Haltonen. He's out of the penalty box. And it's switched over onto the far side where Haltonen will now pick it up at center ice. Little tap pass for Woolley. And that will be offside.
Well, what a play by Haltonen as he steps out of the penalty box here, and he just deflects this puck into an area as he sees Sam O'Reilly coming down the wing, and that leads to a 2-on-1 and an opportunity here for the London Knights. Only a good defensive play by Fibiger thwarts the opportunity.
Harding. Escobar, headman pass, shot in deep. Sherratt in on the forecheck. Spencer around the boards. He speared it. Nickel pushes it ahead. Haltonen went through the center ice, and this will clear it in along with Will Nickel. Here's a chance in front of the net for Haltonen, and a good play by Harding to get back to stem that one off. Back to the point again. Quick shot off the stick, dusted wide by the goaltender, Braden Gillespie. On the boards again, Haltonen. Escobar, he's checked up. Montgomery tracks it down, and Will Nickel takes over. Spencer, Demas, just inside his own blue line. 3 off the clock, 3 and a bit. Porter Martone in across the line. Toe drag, Jackson in front of the net. No shot, and I believe Medvedev got a piece of that. Easton Cowan, Montgomery having difficulty. Picked up by Bemis of the Knights, and he put it on the stick of Rakoff. Tight ropes the line, quick shot fired high and wide, and it's sent back to the blue line. Fibiger dumps it in deep. Here's a chance. McDonnell, sharp angle shot, and covered up by Medvedev.
Well, what a play by Medvedev. He never gives up on a play. Watch Martone find Rakoff going down the far side. Medvedev reaches back with that paddle, gets the paddle on it with a wide open cage on Rakoff. He's looking up into the stands, shaking his head on that play. It's a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the Steelheads. We have 16-12 remaining here in period number 2.
Off the draw, Julian wins it. Bruce Stevich hard around the boards, gets picked off by Sofa. And Julian will lead the 3-man assault. Long with Sam Dickinson. He has the lone goal for London, but turning up ice the other way are the Steelheads. Misa trying to find a man. Too far for him. Dickinson in and out. Cowan's with him. Cowan finds it. Oh, scores!
Well, Sam Dickinson starts this play as Sam Dickinson steps inside on the defender right here, and then he picks the pocket of the back pressure and finds Easton Cowan all alone in front of Gillespie, and he picks the 5-hole to record his 19th of the campaign and tie this hockey game up at 2 apiece with 15:47 remaining here in period number 2. What a play by Dickinson to set up Cowan.
So Dickinson in on both goals for the Knights. Brampton opened the scoring with 2 goals, and now London's coming back with 2 unanswered goals. They may have a peek at this, Rick. They're looking for offside.
Well, that's the only thing I can think of, is that's what they're going to be looking at, is whether it was offside or not, as Dickinson stepped inside on the defender, and that defender was Fibberger on the play. As the off-ice officials are having a look at this. Now watch right here as Dickinson steps inside. There's no way that's offside, Sloaney, as Dickinson was inside the blue line. And indeed, they point to center ice. We have a 2-2 hockey game.
So London fighting back, tied at 2. Van Gorp pushes it ahead to Easton Cowan, ripping one. And Gillespie will glove that one down.
Well, Easton Cowan with his 19th of the season, and for Cowan, that's his 44th point in this, his 34th game. Cowan's very consistent on the score sheet, Sloaney, as we saw earlier this year when a 65-game point scoring streak ended just 2 Friday nights ago against the Peterborough Petes.
And he had 3 games, missed the other night. But he's pretty consistent, to say the least. Cowan knocks it down, back out through the center ice, and set for Julian. He'll play it off the boards. Broken stick out there. We'll pick that one up. Kept in by the Knights. Bouncing puck in behind the net. Julian hard on the forecheck. Knocks his man down. Now Harding and Julian.
Both of them are going to go on this play as Julian in hard on the forecheck, and Harding took exception to Julian knocking him down in behind the net. As there's a little bit of heat on this game all of a sudden, Sloaney, I think that Martone slash got the things going. And right here you can see Julian in hard on Harding, and that little push right there is what got Harding started on the play. And they exchange shoves. The officials seen enough. We'll have some offsetting minors here and some 4-on-4 hockey. A 2-2 hockey game as the London Knights have come out here with 3 shots so far in this period.
Almost 5 off the clock here in the second period. Easton Cowan with the lone goal, poked around the boards, and Martone has the puck. Headman pass, that'll be icing. No, they're going to wave it off. As it's played in big. Pair of roughing calls offsetting minors. A lot of room out there for both hockey clubs. In behind the net is Dickinson. He's had a great game so far for the back end with the London Knights. Couple assists, or rather 1 goal and 1 assist. There's Barky. He'll strut his way down the wing. Now has speed in across the line, trying to go wide on his man. Gallagher. Remember Barky looking at him all out. He tried to go sharp angle and put it upstairs, and Gillespie just made a great save at the last second. Smith in behind his own net. Takes a peek, headman pass, McDonnell. He'll work his way in across the London blue line. Gallagher leaving it there for Porter Martone. Play to the corner, bouncing puck. Holtonen has it, and he'll start out slowly in his own territory. 6 off the clock here in the second period. 2-2. Here's Holtonen with that heavy shot, knocked down by Vaughn Richter. Sailed to the corner. Vaughn Richter picks it up the boards, and Raycroft will spot a man in McDonnell. He'll put it on the blade of Sam Dickinson, and Montgomery has the puck. Hopped over his stick. Sova lays it over to his D partner, McDonnell. He'll stay out there. Now Sova will lead the 2-man assault. And across the line, trying to go wide. Around the base of the boards, McDonnell on a long shift back to the blue line. Raycock has the puck. Raycock centering pass in front of the net, hits a man, and Montgomery tracks it down, and he'll gather some speed. Penalties now expired, and Julian just missed that pass, a hot pass, set in front of the net, and a lead pass back out through the center ice, but picked off nicely by Julian. Lock up on the play as well. Here's a chance for Zedlicki in on the hunt. Play to the corner, back off the boards again. Quick shot steered aside by Medvedev. The goaltender of the London Knights, and it's played to the corner. Oliver Bonk, first rounder for Philadelphia. Couple years back, now broken up, sailed to the corner, look for the return feed in front of the net, then Wilson, Woolley takes him out. Now Woolley, the Port Oak native, has the puck, and he'll spot Easton Cowan with speed. He'll dart toward the net, pushes it ahead for himself. Now he's going to draw the penalty on Escobar in London to the power play. Easton Cowan. Lone goal here in the second period has it tied up at 2. London to the power play when we come back.
Culligan Water has been London Region's trusted source for drinking water systems, water softeners, and problem water solutions for over 85 years. Cleaner, better water for you and your household is easy and more convenient than ever. Culligan, your one-stop shop for all things water.
Hully Gully Yamaha, your ultimate toy store, where we've been turning dreams into reality for over 53 years. Visit us at Warrenclyffe and Wonderland in London or hullygully.com.
Swing by the Alibi Roadhouse for daily specials that'll blow your mind. Every weekday, we've got something epic to crush your cravings without crushing your wallet. Serving the coldest beer in London since '88, Alibi Roadhouse. We've got you covered.
This second period is brought to you by Progressive Countertops.
Well, Escobar has Cowan under control at this point, but he takes that one hand off the stick and he puts it over the shoulder of Cowan. He goes 2 minutes on the hold. This will be the first power play opportunity of the night for the London Knights against the Steelheads this year. They've been 2 for 8 in the head-to-head matchup.
Julian on the draw is going to get waved out of there. Holtman in to pick it up. Cowan goes back to the point. All the heavyweights out for the Knights. Holtman on the draw, loose. They're played around the boards, kept in by Cowan though in a good ring. Here's Easton Cowan trying to go short side over the blocker of Gillespie, and got a piece of it and goes out of play.
Well, Oliver Bonk is just 1 assist shy of recording his 100th career assist. He's appearing in his 177th career game tonight. Now, the Ottawa native was a second all-rookie team all-star in the 22-23 season.
All right, Julian waved out of there again. Cowan this time on the draw. Holtman will go back to the B side of things, and Cowan wins the draw. Slithered over to the far point, but Barky couldn't catch up with it, and he'll have to regroup. Easton Cowan, London on the power play. And at 30 remaining. First power play for the Knights tonight. Here's Cowan starting out deep in his own territory. He'll lead the 3-man assault. And across the line, stops. Finds Barky. Barky down the coast to Holtman. Holtman takes a peek off the board. Bouncing puck again. Kept in. Barky over for Easton Cowan. Quick pass. Julian fired it out. And he sent it out front. And good recovery there by Denver Barky to keep it in. There's a chance in front of the net. And it is waved off. And they might have a look at it, but it went off a skid. I believe it was Cowan up top, or maybe Holtman.
Well, Denver Barky does a great job at keeping this puck inside. It's a bouncing puck coming to the blue line. In turn, he finds Holtman, and Holtman trying to find Julian at the low post. It goes off his skate and back underneath Gillespie on the play. And he covers up for the face-off. It'll be deep inside the Steelhead zone to the left of Gillespie. There's just a minute and 3 seconds remaining on the penalty to Escobar as the Knights remain on the power play.
Julian will stay out there. Bonk will stay out. Dickinson, Barky.
The officials are going to have a look at this play, Sloaney, to see if that puck went in the net. It went off of Julian and back out the other way underneath Gillespie. It did not cross the line. I believe this game is going to remain at 2 apiece. You can see Julian down low right there as it goes off the skate, and Gillespie actually hauls that in underneath him and pushes it out the other side. So the Knights with a golden opportunity to take the lead for the first time in tonight's hockey game.
Julian on the draw. He's been waved out of there 2 times in a row on this power play. See if he can get one in. Loses it this time to Van Bolson. Hard around the boards, but Dickinson will keep it in, but the recovery goes on to the stick of Zabeski, and he'll send it down the ice. Denver Barky deep in his own territory. Easton Cowan 2-2, 9 off the clock, second period. There's Barky. Leads it out through the center ice, return feed. Cowan in across the line, turns off the checking of the D. There's Barky again, waiting, looking for that seam pass. Gets it, touched up. Dickinson, Cowan shoots, and he comes it wide. And it slithers back to the blue line. Little backhand pass, hits a skate. Now he finds the backhand pass to Dickinson. Dickinson, seam pass, broken up. And Bibinger out through the center ice. In fact, he'll lead a 3-man assault. In across the line, but he overskated it. And Cowan has the puck, and 12 seconds remain on the minor to Lescavar of Brampton. There's Denver Barky. Has a peek at the clock. Slowly leaving it there for Cowan. Canal falls. That allows 3-on-2 developing for London. Penalty now has expired. Cowan, poke check. Gets it to Oliver Bonk, half boards. Denver Marquis dishes off. Bonk shoots it right on. Good pad save near the post by Gillespie as Cowan was drilled in front of the net. And it's sent over to the boards. Julian leans into Zedlicki. 5-on-5 inside the 10. Halfway through this hockey game. 2 apiece up on the board. Headman pass. Here's Zedlicki. Turns off the check-in of Julian. Now he waits. Now goes to the corner. Smith wants it. Centering pass on the blade of Bonk, and he'll send it around the boards, and Dickinson will set up shop deep in his own territory. Sam Dickinson, big part of the offense tonight for the London Knights. A goal and an assist. Slowly in his own territory. Long lead pass for Montgomery. He hightails in on the shoot-in, broken up by Misa. Sherratt backhands the puck and across the line. Woolley picks that one off. Kept in by Sherratt, knocked down again. And Brampton will send it in deep. Sherratt, and look at Woolley again. They've had something going on all night since the first period. Woolley, I think, asked him for the dance. Sherratt didn't take him up on it. Played over here for the near side. Lead pass for Jesse Nurmi. Played over to the wing. Here is the hot pass onto the stick of Brostevich. In and out. Hot hands. Centering pass. Tipped in front of the net. And it just shot wide of the mark. Played again off the boards. Jesse Nurmi. Hard on the forecheck. Takes that one off the shoulder. Montgomery tight ropes the blue line. London on the move. Looking to go ahead by 1. Sent around the base of the boards once again. Bemis up on the play. Lost stick out there. And it's set out of play and into the London bench.
Well, the London Knights with all kinds of speed as they gain the zone. Brustevich pushes this in between his legs, and he gets it out in front. And right there, Riley just over top of the bar. He's been snake-bitten lately, Sloaney. He comes into the Knights game without a goal in his past 11 games. The first-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers wants to get that monkey off his back.
Yeah, he's been all over the ice tonight, right off the hop here. He had 2 or 3 good shifts and continuing a good name. You can just tell what you just said, Rick. He looks to get one of those greasy goals, if you will, like Nickel did. That man pass out through the center ice, and Rakoff will just send it in across the line. 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. Lone goal by Easton Cowan. Another broken stick out there. Bonk in behind his own net. Then Baumel out there. Here's Will Nickel starting out deep in his own territory. Shovels it ahead to Dickinson. Return feed. Nickel sending pass. Touched up by the Steelheads. And they'll lead it back the other way. And across the line, here's McDonnell with a shot just wired wide of the mark. Played up top again. Martone in front of the net. Just missed the pass from Smith. And he'll guide it in behind his own blue line. Rakoff off the boards. Martone broken up by the Knights' D. Dickinson. And they're calling that one icing.
Well, Easton Cowan with the goal here in period number 2. On a nice play by Sam Dickinson, has this game all knotted up at 2 apiece. And the pace has certainly picked up here, Sloaney. Both teams stretching the ice out as they try to get speed through the neutral zone.
Richmond. Understanding he's the son of James Richmond. Number 73, bouncing puck down the length of the ice.
Well, Finn Harding sits 5th in the OHL scoring race among defensemen with 7 goals and 53 points now. He's picked up an assist in tonight's game. Harding was picked up in the 7th round of last year's NHL entry draft by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Play back to the blue line. Touched up in front of the net. Sailed to the corner. Harding round the base of the boards. In on the hunt. And Golson will park himself in front of the net. Look at that save by Medvedev through traffic and into the glove.
Well, Medvedev picks this puck up as Leskovar gets everything onto this shot. And you can see Van Bommel down in front of the net taking his check out of the play. But Medvedev reaches up with that leather and stops the play. We have 6:58 remaining here in period number 2. The shots on goal now read 18-16 in favor of the Knights.
Cowan on the draw. Big weekend for the Knights. 3 games in 3 days. Erie tomorrow night. And Kitchener Rangers in town here at 6 o'clock on Sunday night. We'll have that one on Rogers TV. That'll be a big game off the boards, as they all are this time of year. Headman pass, Holtman and across the line. Pass one man, swings the tape, and right onto the blade of Cowan. Cowan, no look pass in front of it for Barky. And he tried the forehand, backhand, and just lost control. Sent to the corner. Zedlicki hard on the check. Here's a chance for Tedeschi in front. Turned around, then Golson tabs it for himself in behind the net again. Zabeski has the puck. Twisting, turning in behind the London net. Venus pins him up against the boards, and now Cowan will lead the 3-man assault. Here's Barky, Cowan, Holtman. In across the line, little dish. Chance, front of the net for Denver. Barky on the return feed and rolled off the tip of the stick. There's Willie again. Barky in front of the net again off the high post. And it was just tipped wide. Another chance for Holton in front of the net, and the Knights are buzzing. More shenanigans in the corner. Heating up. Winding down the second period. Here at the place to be, Candida Light Place in downtown London.
Statistically, the OHL is the best development league in the world. Not only have we had more players drafted to the NHL than any other league in the world, but remarkably over the last 3 seasons, OHL alumni represented 25% of the NHL's opening day rosters. Not only have we succeeded in having players drafted, but have proven ability to develop well-rounded people that are prepared to succeed and contribute at the next level.
Experience the excitement of London Nationals hockey. Fast, exciting, and affordable. Be part of the crowd as the Nationals take the ice. Don't miss out on the action.
It takes it through. Inside out, scores!
Well, Easton Cowan does a great job of walking across the blue line here, and Denver Barky down in front of Braden Gillespie. A good no-look pass. Look at Gillespie with the poke check on Barky as he tries to draw that around him and put it into the empty cage. The Knights are buzzing here. Both teams with 7 shots on goal so far in period number 2.
Bolton and Smith chirping at each other. We'll watch and see if anything develops here. Smith, the big, tall customer, and now 3 abreast rolls the Brampton Steelheads. In the cross line, little tip in front of the net, and that was redirected right into the glove of the goaltender, Medvedev. There's another shot off his blocker's shoulder, back to the blue line, and it's skittered all the way back down in the Brampton Knights. Approaching the 5-minute mark remaining here in the second period. Sailed in deep again. Must have hit a player over there.
Well, Blake Montgomery came to the London Knights in October this season, and so far Montgomery has played in 36 games for the Knights. He has 21 goals and 44 points. He was a nice pickup, Sloaney. Of course, his older brother Bryce played here for the Knights a few years back.
Yeah, Blake, boy, what a stride. He is found here in the Ontario Hockey League. Whipped around the boards. Little touch pass. Jesse Nurmi back out through the center ice, and Rakoff has the puck. Rakoff, Hardy, Martone out there for Brampton. Has the puck. He'll shade through center ice. Lifts it in deep. Medvedev out, leaving it there for Bonk. Goal picked off. Good read by McDonnell. He got the center pass out, but it's knocked down by the Knights D, and it's stretched back out through the center ice. Lead pass, McDonnell. Just onside. Looked offside. Just onside, though. Up top slot area, McDonnell checked up. Dickinson now will lead the 5-man assault. Through the center ice. Stops. Looks for a man. By the net. Tapped in front. Oh, and O'Reilly just couldn't cup it. And it sailed back to the red line, but there's going to be a penalty here to Brampton. And O'Reilly, we mentioned it, Rick, he has been snake bitten. He just couldn't cup that puck. He had a wide open net. There's Cowan, 6 attackers now for London. Barky, 4 abreast, in across the line. Van Gorp gets checked up. Brampton didn't recover, so Dickinson will find Cowan. Lead pass, hot pass onto the stick of Everett. Easton Cowan halted it, ripping it, and it went off of Gillespie, I believe, and dusted back down in the London ice. London with 6 attackers. Here's Easton Cowan working his way in across the line. O'Reilly, Cowan. Watch for Barky. Down low, Dickinson firing it, and it's shoved around here on the boards, and Cowan will keep it in. Easton Cowan again. Plays it over to Denver Barky. Barky shoots. He fired it right on. Set to the corner. Dickinson rips it around the base of the boards. And Holton once again. Long stretch here. London controlling. Shot! Front of the net! And it goes onto the blade of Finn Harding. And London to the power play.
Well, the referee's arm has to be tired. It was up for about 1 minute and 8 seconds as Leskovar takes the feet out from underneath Sam Dickinson. The London Knights end up with some golden scoring opportunities on that play. Like I say, the Knights keep away for 1 minute and 3 seconds before Leskovar stepped into the box. This will be the Knights' second power play opportunity of the evening. So far, they're 0 for 1. 2 for 9 on the season, operating at a 22% efficiency against the Steelheads.
Bonk will play the bumper position. Jesse Nurmi up there. Denver Barky, Easton Cowan on the back end. Cowan now will take the draw. Everybody up in tight London. Cowan wins it. Little chisel pass on for Denver Barky, broken up by Meza. Luke Meza in across the line, shooting, and he got it just over top of the net. He had a lot of velocity on that shot. Cut through the middle. Broken up again. Back the other way is Witkowski in behind the net. Hard around the boards. And they'll shade it back to Vaughn Richter. Smith launches it down the ice, right on, and Easton Cowan has the puck. 2:22 remaining in the second period. London continues on the power play, minute 20 or less. 3 abreast now. Pick their way to the Brampton blue line. Holton then. Down low for Jesse Nurmi. Denver Barky, Holton in behind, check that's Nurmi in behind the net. Cowan with the puck off the coast. Watch for the return feed. Jesse Nurmi, bonk, parked in that bumper position. Holton wants that seam pass. Little chip on for Denver Barky. Quick shot by Cowan, didn't get anything on it. And it goes into the glove.
Well, Braden Gillespie wisely stops this play as the London Knights were finding the seams on this play. We have 53 seconds remaining on the penalty to Leskovar. The faceoff will be deep in the Steelhead zone with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in this period. The London Knights go with their #1 unit throughout so far.
Barky, Cowan stay on the ice. O'Reilly. Dickinson comes out. Rustevich as well. Won by the Knights. Scrum off the draw. Floated back to the blue line. Cowan down low. Rustevich. Cowan. Waits. Dickinson wants it picked off. Now O'Reilly in front of the net. Off the tip of his stick again. Riley in behind the net. Centering pass. Bouncing puck. Dickinson. Backhand pass. Easton Cowan. Cowan sweeps it to the far side for Denver Barky. Harding having difficulty. Denver Barky up on the play. Martone knocked down at the line. Now a chance for Riley. Can he put it home? And a great save by Gillespie, and O'Reilly had 2 good looks.
Well, what a great play by Easton Cowan here as he finds O'Reilly low. O'Reilly tries to go 5-hole on Gillespie. He gets that shut down. He picked up the rebound at the side of the net, put it off the post. Gillespie gets the glove on it. And there's just 16 seconds remaining in the Knights' power play.
London moving it around rather nicely. Cowan wins the draw. There's a tip in front of that. Bruce Stevich off the low post. Trying to hand it home. Cowan back to the blue line. Barky, Cowan been out for all this power play. Here's a quick shot. Just fired wide of the mark. Courtesy of Easton Cowan. Penalty now has expired. Leskovar out on the ice. So we're back to 5-on-5. 49 seconds remains as Dickinson has his pocket pick. There's Luke Misa again. Good stick by Bruce Stevich to thwart that opportunity. In behind the net. London trying to clear the zone. Hard off the glass, and Cowan knocks it down. He's been out there for well over 2 minutes. Barky as well. Cowan hits a skate. Sherrod wheels it in deep. Misa after. Dickinson after him. Played around the board. Rakoff ran into the referee to the corner. Pinned up against the boards. 10 seconds remaining. Harding. Brampton looking for one here late. Chance for Sherrod. Plays it back to the blue line. There's another quick shot in front of the net. Bouncing puck. Skirmish in front of the net. As O'Reilly gets knocked flying, and we got 2 periods in the books. Stay tuned for Sophie and the second intermission. Tied at 2. Live Ontario, Quebec, and Eastern Canada wide. It's Holy Gully Yamaha Knights Hockey on Rogers TV.
As the seasons change, GWB Heating and Cooling is there to make your home comfortable. From furnace inspections to full system installations, their licensed experts handle every detail with care. Homeowners trust GWB. Simple, honest quality.
Don't get caught unprepared this winter. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for snowblower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Van Bree Enterprises is proud to be a third-generation family endeavor. By laying the groundwork to make life easier, Van Bree is committed to quality work and customer satisfaction. through integrity and innovation.
Hey London, did you know it's the law to have working smoke alarms?
That's right. Working smoke alarms save lives. Get in on the action and test yours today.
And be sure to stay in touch with us by following us on social media.
For over 90 years, Learners has served the legal needs of clients in our community. No matter the size of your enterprise or transaction, our business law group can help you grow your business, build on your success, and get the deal done.
With a winning combination of style and quality, Great Floors is proud to feature Beckham Brothers Flooring in London, Ingersoll, and St. Thomas. Find gorgeously engineered hardwood, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Beckham Brothers, available at Great Floors.
On the next issue of Fanatics...
Watching Knights Nationals hockey on Rogers TV, we are recruiting dedicated volunteers to join our production crew. Apply online at rogerstv.com/volunteer. Welcome back. I'm joined with London Knights defenseman Liam Spencer. Now we're tied after 2 periods. What are your thoughts in the first 40 minutes?
A little slow at the start, in the box a lot. I think second period we really bounced back, got those 2 goals, and a lot of penalties here, so staying out of the box is going to be key for us.
What are your thoughts on the power play and penalty kill tonight?
Both are doing solid. You know, they've got a good squad, a lot of skilled players over there, but so do we. So it's a little back and forth. I think staying out of the box for both teams is good.
You're playing your former team this evening. What's that like?
It's fun. I know all those guys, and it's a bit competitive, and I don't know, no friends on the ice, but I like seeing all their faces.
Tough 3-3 weekend this weekend. How crucial is it to get the wins?
They're big points heading into playoffs here down the stretch. All points this weekend are good. If we can get all 6, that's huge, and just focus on this one for now.
So you've previously mentioned that you and Noah Reid like to go bowling together. Do you mind talking a bit about that?
Yeah, recently we brought up bowling in the dressing room, and then we just started going, and a lot of the guys are loving it, but I'm not too good, so just kind of working on my game and getting as many strikes as I can.
There was a big game last night, Canada versus the U.S. What were your thoughts on that game?
Well, it was unreal. I love seeing that best on best. Haven't seen it in a long time, as those players have mentioned before, and huge for Canada to get that win. I thought it was awesome.
Well, thanks so much for your time, and good luck the rest of this game.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back with some more Hully Gully Yamaha London Knights hockey here on Rogers TV after this.
None of us are immune to financial difficulty.
We've been helping Canadians become debt-free for over 50 years.
Together, we'll find the right debt solution
and get you back on your feet.
Call us on the phone or see us on the net. 310-NET.
At Sumner Jewelers, we've been serving London and area for over 120 years. Our on-site goldsmiths ensure that your jewelry repairs are done in a timely manner with a company you can trust. On-street parking available at 392 Richmond Street.
Celebrating 25 years in London, Duramed Mobility has been your trusted source for home healthcare equipment and mobility products. Whether it be purchases, rentals, or repairs, Duramed Mobility is here for you.
Hey, you want to see a show on Rogers TV that doesn't feature any human stars? Well, you've come to the right place. Watch Crumpet Corner, this brand new show full of laughs and, weirdness, chaos.
In The Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license. a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Tune into Mornings with Stacks on Jack 102.3 weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. with Steve Stacks. Jack 102.3 playing the hits of the 80s, 90s, and more. I'd like to welcome back in Rick and Greg. Gentlemen, we're tied after 40 minutes.
Yeah, a good comeback by the Knights. A great hockey game so far. You can tell these two hockey clubs, Rick, are trying to be at the top of their respective conferences. Let's look at that period summary brought to you by Van Brie Enterprises.
Well, the London Knights record the only goal in that period, and it's a nice play by Sam Dickinson as he gains the zone, cuts inside, and then he finds Cowan down in behind the defense. He picks the 5-hole on Gillespie. That knots the game up at 2 apiece. That's Cowan's 19th of the season, as Cowan, the only goal in the period. As the face-offs, the London Knights have won 60% of the draws in tonight's contest. The Mississauga, check that, the Brampton Steelheads, 1 for 3 on the power play. The Knights 0 for 2 with the manpower advantage, but all kinds of pressure. And shots on goal in that period, 14-12 in favor of London, as they take a 2-2 tie game into period number 3.
Braden Gillespie in that second period only let 1 goal in, but he was tested 2 or 3 really good times, Rick, and he staved off the Knights.
Well, Braden Gillespie has been very good in here. Of course, he's very familiar with the London Knights and the style of game that they play, as he's had his entire career with the Guelph Storm. Now, he's played 102 OHL games over his career. He's about a 500 goaltender at this point. And, of course, the Guelph Storm down this year in the standings, but Gillespie held them in. He's a nice insurance policy for the Steelheads, as he's won the last 3 games in a row for the Steelheads. He has them back in contention for that number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, but Gillespie, a good pickup by the Steelheads.
Alexei Medvedev in net for the London Knights. He's a big goaltender, Rick. One thing about Medvedev, he can see traffic being so tall and make some great saves because of that.
Well, I thought Medvedev had a bit of a shaky start to this hockey game tonight. He got caught leaning on the goal by Porter Martone, but he's drawn it back in here. That speaks to the mental toughness of Medvedev in tonight's hockey game. He's faced 19 shots in here from the Steelheads, a lot of the shots coming through traffic, and he's played extremely well. Of course, the Knights on a 3 for 3 weekend, and if they continue to rotate goaltenders, you'll see Medvedev in here 6 o'clock Sunday evening against the Kitchener Rangers.
Sam Dickinson's been a big part of this hockey game. He has a goal and he has an assist. Him and Brustevich are connecting on the back end as D-mans offensively as well, Rick.
Well, you saw on that second goal that Dickinson led, and Brustevich was following up on the play as Denver Barky gets it back to Dickinson to record the goal. So Dickinson and Brustevich seem to have some chemistry on the back end. Both of them like to rush the puck, so we'll see how that goes the rest of the season.
And a little bit more about Brustevich. He's rated, a 19th in the midterm rankings over NHL scouting purposes. I can only see his stock rising, Rick, in my opinion.
Well, he has put a little bit of offense into his game this season. We didn't see a whole lot of that last year as a 16-year-old. Of course, the Ottawa 67s took him in the first round. The London Knights traded away 8 draft picks in order to get him into their lineup, and Brustevich hasn't disappointed. And certainly his name will be called early this season at the NHL entry draft.
Sam O'Reilly, a first rounder with the Edmonton Oilers. We've been talking about it, just like Will Nichols. Some of these Knights just get a little bit snake bitten, and all of a sudden they come out of it. I believe that O'Reilly, like Will Nichols, will have to get one of those greasy goals like you keep talking about.
Well, Sam O'Reilly is factored into the score sheet in spite of not scoring a goal. In the last 5 games, he's got 9 assists. And certainly he's had a couple of golden scoring opportunities here. He has not scored a goal in 11 games. That's becoming a gorilla on his back, and certainly he's feeling the pressure. You can tell when he gets the opportunity. He's gripping that stick a little tighter.
Knights have won 5 games in a row. The Steelheads have won 3 games in a row, beating Oshawa. I mentioned this last time. The Oshawa Generals, a pretty good hockey club in themselves. 2 out of those 3 games, and Mississauga, or check that, or Niagara rather, 6-0 as well. So these 2 teams have a lot to play for here in this third period, in my opinion.
Well, we talked about it right off the top of the game. The London Knights have been a front runner in the Western Conference all season long. The Steelheads have been lower in the standings all season long. All of a sudden, they're starting to get some chemistry, and they're starting to come back. They're playing the Knights very tough in here tonight. So this Steelheads team could surprise a couple teams in the Eastern Conference before this season's done.
Yeah, Brampton's right back at it there. They're in 5th place. They're looking to maybe even get a 4th seed. Sophie, back to you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be right back with some more Hully Gully Yamaha London Knights hockey here on Rogers TV after this.
Ever wonder what all these hockey fans have in common? They all drive Nissans from Finch Nissan. Do what they did. Score a great deal at Finch Nissan.
Drivers trust Oil Guard London for proven rust protection.
We use Formula 2 No Drip from Oil Guard. We love it because it doesn't make a mess and it works.
30 minutes at Oil Guard for year-round peace of mind. At IDS, we have the tools your business needs to be successful, from office printing to communications and full IT services. IDS allows our clients to focus on what they do best.
Progressive Countertop can turn any kitchen into a dream kitchen with premier brands like Handstone Quartz, proudly manufactured in London. With expert design services and professional installation, you can dream big at Progressive Countertop in London and Strathroy.
When the temperature and air quality in your home aren't quite right, GWB Heating and Cooling can help. Their licensed technicians provide top-notch furnace maintenance and full system installs for a comfortable, fresh home. GWB, serving the London St. Thomas area.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Optimist TV Bingo is back every Monday night at 8 p.m. Playing cards are available at multiple locations in London and are good for all 3 games. The Money Race Funds project that helps youth in our community. Optimist TV Bingo every Monday night at 8 p.m. on Rogers TV. Let's take a look now at the Save of the Period, brought to you by MNP. If your debt is out of control, you're not alone. And it is Brampton Steelheads netminder Braden Gillespie who makes a great save there on the line. Now for the second period scoring summary, brought to you by Finch Nissan. Easton Cowan recorded the lone goal of that second period, and that was assisted by Sam Dickinson. The Knights outshot the Steelheads 14-10 in the second, and we are tied at 2 heading into the third. Tune into the next broadcast on Sunday, February 23rd. The London Knights will host the Kitchener Rangers here at Canada Life Place. Puck drop is set for just after 6 p.m. We'll be right back with the third period next.
Van Bree Enterprises is dedicated to attracting and retaining the best people possible. Van Bree knows the strength of their company depends on teamwork, career fulfillment, and unwavering standards for workplace safety.
Hey London, did you know it's the law to have working smoke alarms?
That's right, working smoke alarms save lives. Get in on the action and test yours today.
And be sure to stay in touch with us by following us on social media.
From the breakups.
Why can't I spend the weekend with you and Daddy?
To the coming togethers. To new beginnings. We are here to help you move forward.
None of us are immune to financial difficulty.
We've been helping Canadians become debt-free for over 50 years.
Together, we'll find the right debt solution
and get you back on your feet.
Call us on the phone and see us on the net. 310 net.
Canadian designers know what Canadians want. That's why Beckham Brothers has become a preferred flooring choice for homeowners and interior designers alike. With exceptional quality, style, and selection, great floors and Beckham Brothers are a winning team.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Okay, back here in Canada, Life Place getting set for the third period in this very good hockey game. Let's take a look at the shots on goal, brought to you by GWB Heating and Cooling.
Well, the Knights come back in that second period and outshoot the Steelheads 14-10, 26-19 through 2 periods in favor of London.
The thing about these two hockey clubs, they got 4 good goaltenders between them. Ivan Kovic and, of course, Gillespie, Austin Elliott, and Medvedev in net tonight for the London Knights. Tied at 2. This will be all goaltending in the third period, Rick.
Well, and they both played extremely well. I mean, Gillespie thwarted a couple of opportunities when the London Knights were on the power play and certainly buzzing down in front of the crease. That poke check comes to mind on Barky right away. But at the other end, Medvedev, he's dealing with a whole bunch of traffic tonight as the Mississauga, check that, the Brampton Steelheads have tried to put traffic down in front of him. I think the opportunity here, Sloanies, we'll just call them the Steelheads.
Yeah, we'll just call them
the Steelheads. They just moved 7 kilometers
if they were
away.
in the Western Conference, we'd get it right.
But it's been a very, very good hockey game, a tight hockey game. The Steelheads are certainly capable of knocking off some of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, so they have to keep their heads up with these guys.
Yeah, they're looking for the 5th spot. I think they're only 1 point behind 5th spot. They're looking for 5th. They're looking for home ice advantage in the playoffs, in my opinion. Right?
Well, and if they get home ice advantage, that would be huge for them. However, if they end up in the 5th seed, whoever ends up in 4th, Sloaney, had better be aware.
Okay, buckle up. We should have a good one here in the third period. London with 26 shots, 19 for the Steelheads. And we're tied at 2 as we enter this third frame. Dealt back to the blue line. Bonk down the coast for the winger in Denver, Barky. Sam O'Reilly, front of the net. Here's Bonk. Oh, he couldn't get the shot away. We'll find Dickinson. Chance for London in front of the net. Nurmi parked off the low post. That pass intended for him. Now Barky gets it to him. Nurmi to the corner. Hot shot in front of the net. Pushed free by Sam O'Reilly. Good start to the period by the Knights. Barky, Nurmi in behind the net. McDonnell trying to clear the zone. It rolls to Connor Smith. And he'll play it up the boards. Can't clear the zone though. Sent in deep again. London making changes on the back end. Now a centering pass hits escape. Rustevich, Woolley out now. And it's sailed free and it rolls down the ice. Doesn't have enough for icing. Brampton making changes as well. Escobar, headman pass. Mise and across the line. Hard pass off the boards and Montgomery tracks it down. He collides with Harding, but it's diced back in. Queued up over here on the near side. Lescobar with Mise now with speed in across the line, going wide on Nicola and Woolley. Plays it around the boards. Lescobar shoots it toward the net, hits escape. Skittered off to the corner and tracked down by Rustevich, and the Knights will clear the zone. Long strides of Montgomery. Cowan return feed. Montgomery Thwarted there by the D of the Brampton Steelheads, and now Woolley up against his man. Now a bouncing puck just shaded the goalpost. As the winger Zabasky got in behind Woolley. Lead pass, a quick one. Knights on the change. Sherrod shooting, scores! Right through the wickets. And Brampton takes the lead.
Well, the Knights get caught in a line change here and a quick up as they stretch the ice out, and Sherrod keeps this on side, takes the shot, finds the 5-hole for his second goal of the hockey game, his 13th of the season, and he has the Steelheads out in front 3-2 with 17:53 remaining in regulation time.
Yeah, the Knights had the Brampton Steelheads hemmed in, but Sherrod found the 5-hole. And the Knights making the change, as you mentioned, Rick. We're going to have a peek to see if this is offside. I believe it's good, but we'll wait and see.
Well, Sherrod stayed on side on that play. The thumb should go up from the off-ice officials. Indeed it does. We have a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Steelheads.
Waltzed in deep. Navadam around the shelf. Dickinson wants it. Centering pass in front of the net. Witkowski couldn't carry it. And now the Knights will lead it up. Here's Dickinson. Dished off to the wing. Van Gort. Julian with the puck. Jacob Julian. Hard shot from the Holden. Cranking it home.
3-3. Well, a great play here by Jacob Julian as he takes this puck back at the blue line, and watch him walk inside the checking right here, and that gives him a shot on goal. Gillespie, he bobbles that puck. It goes right to Halton, and in less than 20 seconds, the London Knights have come back to tie this hockey game up for Halton, and that's his 11th of the campaign, and we have a 3-3 hockey game.
You mentioned a record. Good play by Julian. Little stutter step. Back down along the boards and shot toward. There's a stick. Mississauga's going to get the gate here, Rick, as soon as they touch the puck. Nice stick.
This will go to McDonnell as Jacob Julian ends up with a cut. I believe the official held up 4 fingers there as Julian comes in on this play. You can see McDonnell gets the stick up in the face of Julian. And indeed, that is only a 2-minute penalty, Sloaney. I thought the referee held up 4 fingers. So the Knights go on to the power play for the 3rd time in tonight's game. So far, they're 0 for 2. 2 for 10 in the head-to-head matchup so far this season.
So the Knights have a golden opportunity to take the lead after Sherrod scored, and now Holton tied it up, and London on the power play. Sent to the corner. Zabasky trying to clear the zone. Can't do it. Denver Barky with the puck. Down the coast he rolls off the boards, and Easton Cowan. Slot area. Barky, Cowan, they'll work each other. Here's Barky. Looking for Cowan. Gets him on the seam pass. Chance Holton. And then rather fires it right into the crest of the goaltender.
Well, the London Knights try to set Halton up on the one-timer. Usually he sets up right by the face-off dot. In the last couple of weeks, he's been coming out high. And, of course, Gillespie would be aware of that, playing against the London Knights with the Guelph Storm on several occasions. He got over in time to make the save.
Van Bolson on the draws. Wins into the corner. Connor Smith. One-handed by Harding, and it's shaded down the length of the ice. 3 off the clock. 3rd period. We have 2 goals already. Sherrod with his 2nd goal of the evening took the lead, and Holtonen seconds later ties it up. He has the puck now. Picks his way to the Brampton blue line. In and out. He tried to barge his way through. Picked off. Barky keeping it in at the line. Picked up by Oliver Bonk. Bonk. High slot area. Denver Barky. Over to the wing. Holtonen trying to whack it free in behind the net again. Bump round the boards. Can Barky keep it in? What a play to keep it in by Barky. Here's the quick shot in front of the net. And swallowed up by Gillespie.
Well, Oliver bonked down in front of Gillespie as he tries to take Gillespie's eyes away on this play. Denver Barky gets the shot through. Barky, of course, the quarterback on this power play as the Knights try to find the seams on the Steelheads. The Steelheads putting all kinds of pressure on the puck. We have 46 seconds remaining on the penalty to McDonnell.
Will Nickel out there. Nurmi out there. Sam O'Reilly out there. Bruce Tevich up there. Dickinson will anchor the D as well. Stolen there by O'Reilly. Nickel with the chance in front of the net. He pushed it in behind the net for O'Reilly. And it's touched up by Misa. And he'll find Martone 2-on-2. In across the line, they just stay onside, but broken up by the Knights D and 3 abreast. They roll in across the line. Sam O'Reilly, Dickinson, wing, front of the net. Boy, Nickel just couldn't drop the payload as he was parked right in the grill of Braden Gillespie, and it just rolled off the tip of his stick. Now a chance for Dickinson to start out. Through to center ice. Then Dickinson, 5 seconds remaining in the penalty, and it's offside at the line.
Well, Jesse Nurmi out for a spin on the second power play unit for the London Knights. In tonight's game, Nurmi's been very good for the Knights since returning from the World Junior Championships and that silver medal winning team, the Finns.
Sebaski. Pretty good slash before they drop the puck. On the far side, that was against Van Bommel. Set in front of the net, tip just wide, courtesy of Van Goor. There's Montgomery. Sauced on the wing for Spencer. Spencer, Montgomery fans on the shot as he was in that high slot area. Golden opportunity, actually. And it's set free, and Spencer will anchor it up deep in his own territory. Lead pass. Van Bommel will just tip it in deep. Played to the corner. To the drill. Around the boards, and Brampton will start out deep in their own territory. Dice Duden deep, and that's going to be icing against the Steelheads.
Well, the London Knights' fourth line gets a good shift out there. They keep the Steelheads pinned in their own zone for 40 seconds or so. Face off deep in the Steelhead zone. They have some tired bodies out on the ice, Sloaney.
Julian on the draw. Jack Van Volzen will square up against the Winnipeg prospect. Scrum ensues off the draw, sent to the corner. Mississauga check that. Brampton will control. Back out through their center ice. There's Woolley. Headman pass for Julian, tipped in deep and smothered up by Gillespie.
Well, Jacob Julian has strung together a 12-game point-scoring streak. He's extended that now to 13 games with the assist on the Holtonen goal. Gillespie bobbled that puck into a position that Holtonen had the wide-open cage. He's played extremely well in here tonight. He's faced 4 shots here in period number 3, and we have 14:20 remaining in regulation time.
Holtonen wins it cleanly. Cowan. Through step. Woolley overskated it and tracked down by Zaveski again. He'll wheel it in across the line and send out a play by the goaltender Alexei Medvedev.
Well, Luke Misa had a 6-game point-scoring streak interrupted Wednesday night in Brampton. Now Misa sits 15th in the OHL scoring race with 32 goals and 75 points. Now he's picked up 2 assists in tonight's game. Calgary picked him up in the 5th round at last year's NHL entry draft.
Kowski in to take the draw. Misa waved out of there. scrum. London will control. Julian hard off the glass. Sofa will just reel it in. Queued up in behind London's net. Long lead pass. Julian knocks it down. Big of Julian. Long reach. Play back to the blue line. Top down for Bruce Stebbage. Now in behind the D is Sherlock. Again, he's looking for the hat trick. Pushes it ahead for himself. Now pulled free. And Medvedev had to be good. That was Miza who checked up the D and got the shot away. Only to be denied by the goaltender Medvedev. Icing London. Couple goals here in the third period, tied at 3, partway through the third.
Culligan Water has been London Region's trusted source for drinking water systems, water softeners, and problem water solutions for over 85 years. Cleaner, better water for you and your household is easy and more convenient than ever. Culligan, your one-stop shop for all things water.
Holly Gully Yamaha, your ultimate toy store, where we've been turning dreams into reality for over 53 years. Visit us at Warrenclyffe and Wonderland in London or hollygully.com.
Swing by the Alibi Roadhouse for daily specials that'll blow your mind. Every weekday, we've got something epic to crush your cravings without crushing your wallet. Serving the coldest beer in London since '88, Alibi Roadhouse. We've got you covered.
This third period is brought to you by Great Floors. So the Brampton Steelheads with the face-off deep in London's ice. Set free by the Knights, and Cowan will hightail in on the forecheck against Harding. Batted free, round the boards. Rakoff can't clear the zone. Cowan keeping it in, and broken up, and Rakoff again will usher it in across the line. Can't get past the D. Holton and back the other way. Little dish for Sam O'Reilly. In across the Brampton blue line. O'Reilly waiting off the boards, down low. Holton and in behind the net. Remember Barky shading off the checking a one-man, two-man, centering pass to no avail. Blocks free. Rakoff will clear the zone, and they'll send it to the wing. Martone backhands the puck in, deep up against Bonk. O'Reilly softens it for Bonk, then he takes a bump through traffic. That's a turnover in front of the net. Van Bolsen whipped and shot it. Here's a quick shot by Martone. Tabasky knocked down by Bonk. Played to the boards. Van Bolsen in there, chips it free. Denver Barky's on it. Barky reels it out. Bouncing puck, and Connor Smith tracks it down deep. Jesse Nermian on the hunt. Van Bolsen whips it over to the wing. Zedlicki and across the line, trying to go wide. He takes the shot, and he gunned it over top of the net. Played to the corner once again. In behind the cage this time. Tabasky, front of the net, broken up by Barky. 4 abreast, rolls the London Knights. Will Nickel in across the line, touch pass, Denver Barky. Oh, he hit himself into the boards. Barky slow to get up. In across the London blue line, off the post, as Barky labors back into the play. Luke Meza to the corner, off to the wing. Sova couldn't keep it in, and it's sent back out. Denver Barky toward the London bench. And get a little bit of attention. He overskated the puck and crashed right into the boards. Spencer to the corner. 3-3 approaching the 9-minute mark. Gone here in the third period. Sova with a shot. Big rebound out front. Swallowed up as Meza parked in front of the net.
Well, Denver Barky picks a toe going into the boards here. He runs out of space and he goes in rather awkwardly. It took a while for Barky to get up on the play. He did get back eventually into the play, but clearly that knee went in first, Sloaney. We'll see if Barky comes back out in the third period. There'll be ice packs on that after tonight's game, if indeed he's not injured severely.
Barky at the end of the bench with his head down. Broken up. Misa again. Try to fork it free. Julian stems it off. Here's the veteran Sova. Headman pass drilled in deep with Kowski. Offside at the line.
Well, we'll keep our eye on Denver Barky on the London Knights bench. He is remaining on the bench. He's not receiving any attention from the training staff. As Barky looks as though he's going to stay in this hockey game, he gets up onto his feet. As Denver Barky, a tough little customer.
He's tough as nails. Not a big young man, but he is tough as they come for his size. Pound for pound. Chop to the corner. Back to the blue line. Harding. In deep. Boy, Cowan touched that up and was right in front of the net.
Well, Medvedev aware of what was going on. He covers that up pretty quickly. As Medvedev, the second-ranked North American goaltender on the NHL Central Scouting Services midterm rankings, he could go as high as the second round during this year's NHL entry draft. As individual teams have taken a shine to him, he's been scouted an awful lot this season.
Back to now. Leans in on the draw. He's going to get waved out of there. Ray Koff. He's no stranger to the draw. London controls. And Bonk has it. And Dickinson will set up shop deep in his own territory. Approaching the midway portion of this third period. Tied at 3. Brampton, London. Second meeting of the year. Peeled up the boards. Back to Mel. Through to center ice. Barky out there, Rick. So good news for the London Knights to have their 53rd captain in franchise history back out onto the ice. Now yes and no. Wheels in across the line. Has a lane. Little dish. Get to Barky. Touch. Ball. Oh, what a splendid defensive play by Lescobar of the Brampton Steelheads on the pretty three-way passing play.
Well, the London Knights move this puck around rather rapidly as they get out on a 2-on-1 as Nurmi goes in and he just drops this puck back. It goes to Barky, and in turn Barky, he's looking for Bonk on the relay, and Leskovar gets down in time to take away that wide open cage. We have 9:44 remaining here in regulation time, as this has been a very entertaining hockey game, starting to open up a bit now.
Yeah, it started that midway through the second period. All of a sudden, turned into a bit of a playoff feel here, Rick. Dumped in deep. That's going to be icy.
Well, Ryder Bolton, one of the fourth-line centers on this hockey club, he's out for a spin. He's letting his presence be known. 2 goals and 5 points on the season so far for Ryder Bolton. He's playing in his 30th game this season.
Will Nickel, Van Bommel, Ryder Bolton on the left side, Femus, and Spencer will anchor the D. Won by the Knights to draw, sent around the base of the boards. Van Bommel after it. Brampton trying to clear the zone. That's out of play, courtesy of Bolton.
Well, that goes off the dasher and up in to the netting, protecting the fans. The faceoff is in the offensive zone for the London Knights, so they make wholesale changes as they get Cowan out there with Julian and Montgomery on this offensive draw.
Julian squares up against Van Bolson. Got Van Bolson. Rapid controls. He'll sail it down the length of the ice. Redleggy out there. Quick shot in front of the net. And half a stick with flying. Here's a chance. Julian Gillespie out to greet it to swipe it away. Redleggy. Zavetsky. And across the line. Broken up by the Knights. D. Smith will shuttle it around the boards. Easton Cowan with the puck. And Volson up on the play. Brustevich has some room down the right side. Shoots it in deep. Montgomery after in the corner. Sherratt with 2 goals. Tries to pry it loose along with Soba. Miza back out there. 2 assists tonight. Knocks it down. Poke free. Brustevich keeps it in. And he'll put it right into the glove of Braden Gillespie.
Well, Braden Gillespie has been a very aware goaltender in tonight's contest as Jacob Julian gets in behind the defenseman. Gillespie, he gets out in between the hash marks to take that opportunity away from Jacob Julian. Gillespie has faced 30 shots in here tonight from the London Knights. He's made 27 saves in this, his 8th game in a Brampton uniform. I said I was going to say Steelheads all the time, Slunny.
You mentioned it, Rick. He still got the Guelph pads on. Off the draw. Sent around the boards by Witkowski. Dumped in deep. Sherratt, what a game he's had for Brampton tonight. In on the hunt. Looking for a 3rd goal. That play picked off by Van Gorp. Holton in 3-on-2. Developing Holton and Wade. Tipped in front of the net. Back. Van Gorp was trying to find the winger in Will Nickel. Didn't materialize though. Chipped free by the Brampton Steelheads, and Brustevich has it. 10-man pass. Will Nickel divvies it up to Holton. Quick shot. And that went off a player. That hurt a bit. Up to the half-board. Broken up. Set free again by Will Nickel. Down the coast. Van Gorp long. Lead pass back to the D. That was Dickinson off the bench. Just couldn't keep it in. It was hot. There's Dickinson again. 3 abreast. And across the line. Van Gorp sweeps it in front of the net as Nurmi was going for that high post. Back out through the center ice. Bonk. Dickinson approaching the 7-minute mark. Remaining here in regulation time. Tied at 3. Dumped into the corner. Jesse Nurmi. Denver Barky. Sam O'Reilly over on the boards now. Played back to the blue line. Oh, Bonk just couldn't keep it in. Right-handed shot. Had to take it on the backhander. Now Denver Barky back the other way. Quick shot. He just filtered that one wide by a whisker or 2. And there's another shot. Denied by the goaltender Gillespie. Lead pass for McDonnell. Down the wing. Trying to get in behind the D. Here's Rakoff looking for it. Sauce back to Solfa. Quick shot. Bonk in front of the net. Chance in front of the net. Rakoff on the backhander. And Medvedev comes up big for London.
Well, Medvedev comes up big, but so does Bonk. As Bonk goes down in front of that shot coming in from the point, it bounds into the corner. So Barky will be having the ice pack on tonight. Guess who else is going to have an ice pack now? It's going to be Oliver Bonk with the ice pack as well. We have 6:31 remaining in regulation time, all knotted up at 3 apiece.
Face off to the left of Medvedev. London will control. They can't clear the zone. No, kept in by Zedlecki. Chance in front of the net for Zabeski. And again, Medvedev off the shoulder and out.
Well, the London Knights lose their man on the draw on that play. It ends up on the stick of Zedlecki. I think that was Zabeski actually that had that puck on his stick.
Yeah.
And it goes up over the shoulder of Medvedev.
Van Volsen on the draw again. Willie takes his man out. Easton Cowan along with Blake Montgomery. Montgomery just in across the line. Puck. Cowan was behind him. And Zabeski again. He's all over the ice tonight. Number 19 for Brampton. Played up along the boards. London trying to clear the zone. Set free. Ribagras. Pass one man as he boots it up onto the blade. Sharp angle shot right on Medvedev. Had to be good. Again. Zabeski into the mix. Winding it down. Here at Canada Life Place. Tied at 3.
My OHL is where people can speak up because it's all about communication. And at the end of the day, it's just so important that lines of communication are open. An environment is fostered and one that from players and staff feel as though, they're supported and that should they have any concerns, there's a very clear process in terms of, how to bring them forward.
Experience the excitement of London Nationals hockey. Fast, exciting, and affordable. Be part of the crowd as the Nationals take the ice. Don't miss out on the action.
Kid takes it through. Inside out, scores!
Well, Austin Elliott has committed to play NCAA hockey at UMass Lowell next year. He has started 102 CHL games with a record of 81, 15, 5, and 1. 166 standing points of a possible 204, split between London and the Western Hockey League.
Yeah, the whole year for the Knights early in the season. There's a glove save by Medvedev to change around when Austin Elliott came to town.
Well, it certainly did. As Medvedev comes up with a big save. Shots on goal really closing in now. 32-31 in favor of the London Knights. We have just 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in regulation time.
Meza, Nickel will square off. Lost by Nickel again. Played to the corner. Back to the blue line. Escobar shoots it toward the net off a stick. Bounced free. Boy, Brampton keeping it in here. Getting in behind the Lemon B. Sherratt's been a threat all night. Another quick shot. And it goes into the crest of Medvedev.
Well, a great positional save by Medvedev as the Steelheads buzzing around in the London Knights zone as both teams decide they're going to make wholesale changes here. Good news for the Knights. Bonk comes back out onto the ice after blocking that shot as we get a shot of Sherratt. He has 2 of the 3 goals in here, his 12th and 13th of the campaign for the Steelheads.
Sam O'Reilly will square up now against Mac Donnell. On the draw, Barky, Ray Comp after each other. Sharp angled shot. Lodged up against the boards. There's Ray Comp, always so dangerous. Set free. And Yessi Nurmi has a beat on it, but only the long reach of Connor Smith thwarted that opportunity. And the Barky, Sam Dickinson shooting front of the net, backhander. And Yessi Nurmi didn't get a lot on the backhand attempt, and it sailed down the length of the ice. Icing, Brampton.
Well, Denver Barky came back from the World Junior Training Camp with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. In the 21 games since returning, he has scored 17 goals and 39 points, giving him 70 points on the season. He's the highest scoring Knight, and he still sits 16th in the OHL scoring race.
Yeah, London's doing an offense by committee. 28 goal scores. Potentially maybe 8 when the season's done. Here's Dickinson. 4:44 remaining regulation time. What a hockey game this has been. Dickinson in across the line. 4 of them off to the wing. Nurmi didn't get a lot on the pass, and it's broken up. And it's sent in behind the net. Brampton starting out deep in their own territory. Then Ricky ushers it in across the line. Gathered some speed as he worked his way in and got the shot away. Centering pass, and Blake Montgomery with Cowan. 2-on-2. Through the center ice. Montgomery trying to go wide on the veteran Silva. He didn't bite. And it sailed into the glove of the goaltender. Broken up. And London will just sail it back in.
They're going to call this icing, Sloney.
Well,
I'm not sure. He shot that in right from the red line. And indeed, they are going to call it back on the icing call. That's a very, very tight call by the officials on that play. At a critical time in the hockey game, that's an icing call right there. Not so sure.
Man, oh man, it might have been a foot past the red line. There's Julian. And across the line, Gustevich after it. Miza knocked down. Montgomery and Redboom. Miza will queue up for Surratt. He'll just sail it in. Played to the corner. Bemis up the boards, gets knocked down, and the Knights will have to track it down deep. Lead pass off the bench. Read all the way by Martone. He'll bring it back in across the line. Harding now with the puck. Gains the line, gets over the red line, shoots it in. Round the boards. Montgomery wants to clear the zone, has to get turned back, and like Montgomery just gets it up. Hardy, Montgomery after his own shootout. And the Brampton Steelheads will just lob it back into that. Bemis. Gustevich trying to help him out. Lescobar now has a lane, and that shot just picked what? Capped in. Just around the base of the boards. Lescobar again. Half-board shot right on. Denied by the goaltender Medvedev. Pressure here by the Steelheads. Down the coast. Back to now. Bemis. And Brustevich will have to cup the puck, and can Van Gorp clear it? Yeah, he chops it free. And Jesse Nurmi trying to get in behind the Brampton D. Escobar takes him out. Into the corner. Nice job by number 4 from Brampton. And now the Brampton Steelheads will tee it up in their own territory as we approach the 18-minute mark. Gone in this third period. Tied at 3. Sailed up the wing. Zabeski again. Zabeski and Surratt. They never seem to get off the ice. Long lead pass. Bouncing puck. Holtman will be offside if he touches it. Gathered up by Smith. Smith. Up the middle. Lodged in deep. Zabeski after it. Bonk tracks it down in behind his own net, and he'll find Sam Dickinson. Will Nickel. Pass behind Bonk, but he gathers it up. Dumped in deep. Bouncing puck. Holton takes his man out. Knocked down by Denver Barky. High slot area. Barky turns off the checking to one man. Tight ropes the line. Van Volson having trouble now. Barky looking to find the lane. He shot the puck. And he gathered up the rebound, but Barky twisting and turning with that skill found some ice, and he got the shot away. There's Will Nickel trying to barge his way through the D. Broken up though. At the line, Surratt will kick it out through the center, and we're inside a minute remaining here in regulation time. Brustevich, Holton to the open wing. Tracked down there by Luke Miza. Now a chance for Witkowski. Surratt after it. Brustevich after him. Surratt to the corner. Miza has it hop over a stick. 35 seconds. Lescobar shot off the backboards. And Jacob Julian has the puck. He'll lift it out through the center ice. And Porter Martone. Lescobar again. Shoots it into the corner. Woolley with the puck. Hard off the glass. Blake Montgomery. They're going to call that icing. And Brampton will have a face-off deep with 16.4 seconds remaining in regulation.
Well, Gillespie has faced 32 London shots in here in tonight's contest. He's made 29 saves on the evening. We have 16.4 seconds remaining in regulation time. A very important face-off here, as someone has called a timeout, as Dale Hunter does not like that icing call. That's 2 icing calls now in a row. One on Femus when he shot it from the red line, and the follow-through, his stick would have been across the red line. That last one there, Lescobar took out the London Knight on the play. Usually they wave those off because the London Knight didn't have an opportunity to touch that puck.
And that's at a critical moment of this hockey game, so with 16 seconds remaining, Brampton will have the face-off deep. Was that a Brampton timeout, Rick?
I believe it was a Brampton timeout, but I didn't see the referee point to either bench, so just 16.4 seconds remaining. You have to believe that the London Knights have to win this draw.
Everybody up and in tight. Brampton, McDonnell against O'Reilly. O'Reilly wins it. Big win for the Knights there on the draw, and it's floated down the ice. Doesn't have enough legs for icing, so that will do it. We're going to have some overtime here tonight at Canada Life Place.
Well, the final shots on goal, 34-32 in favor of the Steelheads. They outshoot the Knights in that third period, 15-6. They had some momentum going in period number 3 as Medvedev with 31 saves on the evening, and Gillespie, he had 29 saves on the evening. Gillespie working on 3 straight wins in here tonight, 2 of them against Oshawa, 1 against Niagara. And Medvedev in goal for the London Knights. Had a shaky start in tonight's hockey game, but he got it back up onto the rails rather quickly, as he'll play the Kitchener Rangers here on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. as Austin Elliott will get the game tomorrow night down in Erie. 3 games in 3 days for the London Knights. That'll be 2 weekends in a row. Next weekend they do 3 and 3 as well, as Denver Barky with 1 point in tonight's game. He picked up an assist way back in period number 1 on a goal by Sam Dickinson, his 21st of the season. So we go to some 3-on-3 hockey. Lots of ice to work with. Cowan, Bonk, and it looks like Montgomery on the far side for the London Knights.
He's out there. Ron Richter and Fibiger will tally up for the Brampton Steelheads. Here we go, 3-on-3 for the next 5 or less. Easton Cowan gets turned around. Montgomery, Bonk there as well. And Cowan will lead for the power forward in Blake Montgomery. Here he rolls in across the line, trying to go wide on the D. Bonk wants it. Here's a chance for the winger in Cowan. Tight ropes it, leaving it there for Montgomery. Montgomery, broken up ball down Richter. He'll race down the middle of the ice. He gets turned around, and a good play as Montgomery gets back. Here's Meza going hard to the net. Richter goes to the bench, sailed to the corner. Rimmer up top again. He'll just send it back to Porter Martone. Martone picks his way to the London blue line, in and out, tried to get the shot away. Bonk took him out, and Oliver Bonk will settle things down. Blake Montgomery. Cowan still out there. Lead pass for Easton Cowan. Cowan waits. He'll go back, and he'll start out at his own blue line. Cowan now goes directly to the London bench, and we have Sam O'Reilly out there. Sam Dickinson now will lead the 3-man assault. Dickinson shooting it right on. Big rebound. Barky in front of the net. He couldn't drop the load. Just rolled off the tip of the step. Now lead pass back out through to center ice. Here's Soba. In across the line, trying to go hard to the net. Got the shot away in the lightning pads of Alexei Medvedev. Steered down the side. Here's Denver Barky. Picks his way to the line. Drop pass. Dickinson shoots. Oh, right into the crest of Braden Gillespie. And we'll have a face-off beat.
Well, the London Knights on a great back check by Oliver Bonk, as that's Von Richter getting away on him, but watch Bonk reach around here, and he gets the puck on that play to thwart that opportunity. Just a great back check, and no penalty on the play, as the face-off is deep in the Steelhead zone to the right of Gillespie.
Jack Van Bolsen up against Jacob Julian. Holtman out there, won by Julian. Bonk has the puck. Off to the coast for Casper Holtman. He can shoot it. Now he'll just play it back out through the center ice, and 2:40 remains in overtime. Casper Holtman past one man. Now he shoots it off a stick and out of play.
Well, Casper Holton, a second-round pick of the San Jose Sharks in 2023. He entered tonight's game on a 9-game point scoring streak. He's extended that now to 10 games. He has the tying goal here in period number 3 tonight.
And Bolson, Julian again. Kick to the corner by Van Bolson. Julian back to the line, and Bonk will start his way to the center ice area. Julian. Holtman. 2:20 remaining. Overtime. Tied at 3. Now Holtman and across the line through the legs of Harding. Then biting. Brampton will take over. Luke Misa with speed. Now he'll work his way in across the London blue line. Stops looking for man. Zedlicki shot just wired wide. Back to the blue line for Harding. Harding dished off for Misa. Brampton on the move here. Touch-up pass for Harding. Harding looking for a man. Harding, sharp angle and behind the net, going wide. Misa wants it. Misa gets it, but he'll have to regroup. And Harding to the bench. Vinegar out on the ice. Misa in across the line against Julian. Julian pins him up against the boards, and good check. And now Holtman along with Dickinson. Holtman dragged down, and Dickinson will chip it to Cowan. Cowan. Chance. Holtman got it. And I believe it went off a stick of Vinegar.
Well, Holtman questioning the referee on the non-call as he gets dragged down, but the London Knights, as Cowan finds the seam, and that goes off the stick of Figbiger up into the meshing. That's why the faceoff remains inside.
Cowan, Barky, Dickinson. Martone back to now. Sova for the Brampton Steelheads. 1:10 remaining in overtime. Sova starts out slowly in his own territory. Little tab pass. Back to now. Picks his way to the London blue line. Trying to go wide on Cowan. Here's a chance. He tried to go sharp angle and almost put it over the shoulder of Medvedev. Now a stretch pass through the center ice. And McDonnell again. Stem that one off. McDonnell trying to go wide on Cowan. Pinned up against the board. Stovak near coast here. He'll find some room in that high slot area on for Rakoff. Carson Rakoff. He's always dangerous. Set free by Rakoff. The save. Medvedev in front of the net. And not going to allow the 2-on-1. 3-on-1. London. Here's Barky. From the net. Dickinson waits. Scores.
Medvedev makes a great save on this play right here as Martone gets in all alone. The Knights break out on a 2-on-1. Denver Barky makes it a 3-on-1 as Dickinson and Barky exchange passes. Dickinson goes back down behind the red line, and you can see he gets it off of Gillespie's glove into the back of the net for his 22nd of the season. And with 14.7 seconds remaining in the overtime, Sam Dickinson ends the contest.
What a game by the London Knights and the Brampton Steelheads. 4-3, the Knights win. Stay tuned for Sophie in the post game. Holly Gully, Yamaha, Knights Hockey, Rogers TV.
family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Don't get caught unprepared this winter. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for snowblower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Progressive Countertop can turn any kitchen into a dream kitchen with premier brands like Handstone Quartz, proudly manufactured in London. With expert design services and professional installation, you can dream big at Progressive Countertop in London and Strathroy.
Hi, I'm Kathleen from Hiking with Kathleen. Please join me this season where I bring you on my great adventures of hiking, paddling, and camping. And I bring you up close to wildlife as I see them on my hikes.
My name is Chase Nicholas. I am a Mi'kmaq hockey player. Growing up, I always remember my family talking about the Mi'kmaq as the creators of the game of hockey. In grade 7, I did research on Mi'kmaq hockey sticks as the first sticks of the NHL. I found a Mi'kmaq hockey stick made in 1917, the same year the NHL was formed. I was surprised to find out the very stick I was holding was made by my great-great-grandfather, Alexander Cope. In 1934, an elder known as Old Joe Cope wrote a letter to the Halifax Herald claiming the Mi'kmaq created hockey. I found out later that I am a direct descendant of Old Joe Cope. There was a time when Mi'kmaq children were torn from their families and not allowed to speak their language, losing their words and stories. But the stories are coming back to us. Stepping on the ice, I take pride knowing the roots of the game of hockey stem from my ancestors in the Mi'kmaq Nation.
Do you love watching Ice Nationals hockey on Rogers TV? We are recruiting dedicated volunteers to join our production crew. Apply online on rogerstv.com/volunteer. I'd like to welcome back in Rick and Greg. Gentlemen, what a game.
Yeah, they kind of had the playoff atmosphere here tonight, and you never know what might happen with these two hockey clubs come April. Nonetheless, let's take a look at that scoring summary brought to you by Banbury Enterprises. Rick?
Well, we'll have a look at the scoring summary for the third period as Sherratt scores his second goal of the hockey game as he finds the 5-hole behind Medvedev. That gives the Steelheads a 3-2 lead, and then in less than 20 seconds, back comes Halton, and as Gillespie bobbles this puck, Julian makes a nice step inside here, gets the shot away, goes right to Halton, and he makes no mistake recording his 11th of the campaign. That ties the hockey game up at 3 apiece. And when we get into the overtime period, this save by Medvedev leads to a 2-on-1 break. Barky comes up, he makes it a 3-on-1. Dickinson and Barky exchange passes here. Dickinson walks around Gillespie and deposits that into the back of the net with 14 seconds remaining in overtime. And the London Knights take a 4-3 victory out of Canada Life Place tonight. Shots on goal, Red, 37 for the Steelheads, 35 for the London Knights. 4-3 hockey game. The Knights win 64% of the draws. The Knights 0 for 2 on the power play. The Steelheads 1 for 3 as the Knights take a well-deserved win out of here on a very, very pesky Steelheads hockey club.
You got to remember, Brampton was up 2 goals in this hockey game. We talked about at the end of the second period, goaltending will be a factor. And I'll tell you, Gillespie and Medvedev stood out. Let's take a look at Gillespie's work in that third period in overtime, Rick.
Well, Gillespie played extremely well in here, and certainly he came into the Canada Life Place tonight on a 3-game winning streak. He takes a point out of Canada Life Place here tonight, but he makes several big saves on the London Knights all night long to keep his hockey club in this game. Gillespie's well aware of the style of play that the London Knights play. He played in Guelph up until January 1st of this year when he was traded to the Steelheads. That save right there on Cowan was a big one. Halton, and he understands that he's going to move into the seam. He gets across in time on that one. He put up with traffic all night long, so Braden Gillespie, full marks for taking a point out of Canada Life Place tonight.
Boy, Gabriel Sherratt, he was all over the ice tonight. 2-goal performance for the young winger.
Well, Gabriel Sherratt with his 12th and 13th goal of the season. He put the Steelheads out in front 2-0 on this forehand-backhand over the pad on Medvedev. And then in the third period, he gets the Steelheads back out by 1 here as a 3-2 score as he picks the 5-hole for his 13th of the season. Sherratt all over the ice tonight. He played an impressive hockey game as well.
6 games on the win side for the London Knights in a row. They got a busy weekend, Rick. They're down in Erie tomorrow night. And the Erie Otters are always tough to play down at the Erie Insurance Arena. And then a big game against the Kitchener Rangers here on Sunday night. That'll be a 6 o'clock start, and we'll have that game right here on Rogers TV.
And Jackson Parsons has put that Kitchener Rangers team up on his shoulders, the goaltender. The Kitchener Rangers beat the Barrie Colts tonight in Kitchener 4-1. You have to believe that Parsons was in goal for that one. That was his 32nd win, if indeed he did play for the Kitchener Rangers tonight, so the Rangers just will not go away. 6 points. They trail the London Knights coming in here Sunday night, and of course the London Knights will be having a 3-on-3 weekend. The Rangers do not play tomorrow.
You were talking about in the warm-up that the magic numbers and all the good stuff for the London Knights to secure the Western Conference. This win tonight is huge, and even bigger game come on Sunday night against those Rangers, because the Rangers are Windsor right in that mix.
Well, if the London Knights can win 8 of their remaining 15 games in the regular season, that eliminates the Kitchener Rangers from ending up as the #1 seed in the Western Conference. And with this win tonight, now the 10 games over the Windsor Spitfires, so the Knights have to win 10 to guarantee themselves the #1 seed in the Western Conference. But Sloaney, way too much hockey left to play. We're talking about junior hockey here.
Absolutely. Anything can happen. Sophie, back to you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Time now to take a look at our 3 stars brought to you by Coulter's Pharmacy. Our 3rd star is London Knights captain Denver Barky, who picked up 2 assists tonight. Our 2nd star is Brampton Steelhead Gabriel Sherratt, who had 2 goals this evening. And our 1st star is London Knights defenseman Sam Dickinson, who picked up 2 goals and 2 assists. Now for the save of the period, brought to you by MNP. If your debt is out of control, you're not alone. And it is Alexei Medvedev who made a huge glove save. That save then led to the overtime goal. Now for the scoring summary, brought to you by Finch Nissan. Gabriel Sherratt doubled down and gave the Steelheads a 3-2 lead, but then Casper Holtonen responded quickly and evened the game up at 3 early in the 3rd. 60 minutes was not enough. We needed overtime to determine a winner, and Sam Dickinson was the overtime hero. He secured the Knights a 4-3 win. The Steelheads outshot the Knights 37-35 tonight. Tune in to the next broadcast on Sunday, February 23rd. The London Knights will host the Kitchener Rangers here at Canada Life Place. Puck drop is set for just after 6 p.m. I've been your host, Sophie Bernier, and on behalf of myself, Rick, Greg, and the crew, thank you so much for watching Hully Gully Yamaha London Knights Hockey here on Rogers TV, and we will see you on Sunday night.